and TV Uganda, enlightenment on your hands always. A section of pastors in Eastern Region have appealed to the ruling government to include born-again churches among categories that benefits from livelihood programs. George Wasakina, the Eastern Region Pastors Coordinator, raised the concern on behalf of the pastors to the NRM Party National Treasurer Nekesa Barbra during the celebration of the existence of Pastors' umbrella called Steward of Grace Busia Chapter, held at Busia Border Primary School playground. According to Wasakina, the churches and other places of worship have been left behind in the government's developmental programs that they want Parliament and the President to give a special attention to help eradicate poverty in the country.
Development model. In reality, our guest tonight, most pastors receive no salary at all, yet they are expected to attend burials, support the sick, counsel families, and contribute to community needs. This puts us under double pressure where we are expected to provide, yet we struggle to provide for ourselves. Many pastors find it difficult to pay school fees for their children, access medical care, and maintain decent housing and transport. Our humble appeal, our guest of honor, is with great respect, we humbly request the government of Uganda to include pastors in livelihood programs such as PDM, EMIOGA, and livelihood funds based on their real household income, not on assumption. Support and finance the existing circles already run by the pastors. A pastor circle is not a handout. It is a tool to make pastors self-reliant, productive, and strong partners in national development. When you economically empower pastors, you strengthen the conscience of the nation. Support pastors with income-generating projects so they can sustain their families with dignity. Provide financial literacy and skills training to help manage small household enterprises. Our commitment, our guest tonight, as stewards of grace, we reaffirm our full commitment to support the government development programs, mobilize communities for transformation, promote integrity, peace, and responsible citizenship, and build strong families and disciplined youth. We firmly believe that when pastors are empowered, communities become stronger and more stable.
Barbra Nekesa Owundo, the NRM Party National Treasurer, in her address as chief guest in the function, said that has so far engaged the Speaker of Parliament on the issue of allocating modest budget to the churches, and they want to effect it after the coming general elections. She implored religious leaders to begin getting involved in the socio-economic transformation by engaging themselves in the available programs like parish development model as they wait for government to allocate modest budget to the churches by voting President Yoweri Museveni.
Only pacifying our people in the line of religious movements, but also in the line of economic transformation. We should remind ourselves that it is only the churches, it is only the places of worship who not as of now have a direct budget from government. There is no direct budget as of now as we speak from government to support the churches. The churches are being sustained by the followers, the members, the faithful are the ones who are still sustaining our places of worship. So it is very important that we mobilize the faithful to ensure that they engage in poverty eradication programs. I want to appreciate the office of the RDC Busia, and I want to appeal and implore all the others from all the districts that make Eastern Uganda. We should take the issue of fighting poverty at household level very, very important. When you have a population, when you have followers, members in your church who have fought poverty and won, that church will not have any challenges. If you're organizing an effort, you wouldn't even need a neighboring church to come and contribute with you. They will find you as you're already moving. You will move if your faithful have answered the money question. But if the faithfuls have not answered the money question, then it will be very difficult to even implement church programs. I want to assure you, giving the NRM mandate 2026 going forward, we have already discussed with the Speaker. The Speaker, who is now the second National Vice Chairperson of the party, we are going to begin implementing a modest budget to the churches to support your programs, a modest budget, because we must begin somewhere. But that should not be reason for us to negate our responsibility as church faithful to ensure that we fight poverty at household level.